You hear how that rotor is giving us the sound of a horn. Obviously that is absolutely no good, and that's no fun, right? So that's what we're dealing with on the before. So let me get these brake pads changed and we'll show you the after. Hey guys, what's going on? I got this Eilleo SpaceWalk M7 bike here. This is a great little bike, other than one thing: it has loud brakes. So what we're going to do today is, first thing I'm going to do is try to put some new brake pads in here, a different set of brake pads, see if that quiets these brakes up a little bit. And we're going to replace these brake pads with this set of brake pads right here. And we're going to see if that fixes the problem with the noisy brakes. If that doesn't work, I got a whole new set of hydraulic brake calipers and a whole new set of 180mm disc rotors if we need to go that far. I'm hoping that just by pulling this caliper off, replacing these brake pads real quick with this new one, that we can quiet these brakes down. So let's give this a try. Should be pretty easy. First things first, break out your Allen wrench that's going to fit this caliper here. And let's loosen her up. I kind of hate to do this because I've already got these calipers aligned really well. And once I take it loose here, I'm going to have to do the alignment all over again. But that's okay. We got to get these brakes a little bit quieter. On such a nice bike, it should have some decently quiet brakes. So all you gotta do to get this caliper off is take these two Allen wrench bolts out of here, but there is a stack of washers and stuff that you need to keep organized. These are like concentric washers that kind of keep everything locked into place, so you want to make sure you put those back in the same order that you took them out in. Easier said than done when they fall on the floor. So I'm going to grab them as I get it out. That way I can look at everything. Alright, what do we got here? Just got the little round cone washer. And you got the little rounded washer. This one goes over this one. And that really bites in and seats in. Alright, so I'm familiar how it works. So I'm going to save them like this. Get a hold of your washers. I know how they go already, so I'm okay with it. Alright, just like that. Brake caliper is off. The rotors look fine on this, so I'm assuming it's just the brake pad material that they used was not good. And to be honest, I don't know if this one is any better or not because I've never used it. So now to get these brake pads out, all we need to do is, there is a cotter pin back here that they've put through the two brake pads. See that little cotter pin? And they bent it over. The new ones do come with cotter pins to install them. So to get this pair of brake pads out, we just need to straighten out this cotter pin like so. You might need a bigger pair of pliers than this, but I was able to do it. Pull that cotter pin straight out. And then these brake pads should be able to push out from the back here. There is a little metal spring in between them, so you gotta make sure you take note of the orientation of that spring. I'm not sure if that spring is part of these or something separate. We'll find out real shortly here. Okay. Alright, looks like the spring is actually a separate piece. And it looks like the brake pads go inside of the spring here. So, easy enough. Hey, let me look at this material they got here. Looks kind of like a metallic metal pad. Can't remember if these were metallic or these might have been. Can't remember if these were metallic or if these were the fiber kind of pads, but we'll find out. Alright, so the new ones come with the little spring already, so no big deal. Looks like there is a zip tie on there, so we should be able to pull that straight off like that. I want to look at these pads. Alright, they are a different material. I can tell that because I can see that there is some copper in here, which there is none in this one. So that gives me a little bit of hope. These brake pads might actually solve our problem. Different type of material, so that's a good sign. If this fixes the problem, this is going to be real nice because this is only going to cost me about 10 bucks. And it's going to solve a lot of people's issue with this bike, this otherwise decent bike. Put the brake pads back in there. Get a hold of one of our new cotter pins. And put the cotter pin through the hole. And make sure to get it through the hole in each one of the two brake pads. And the spring. And then all the way through. And then bend your cotter pin so that these things cannot escape. Like that. Usually you bend both sides. Alright. You see how easy that was, guys? Piece of cake. Now we're just going to reinstall it on the bike. Get it back over the rotor. Alright. And we got to reorganize our washers. These conical washers is what they're called. Oops. Pulled it back off the rotor again. Get one of them started, it'll be a little bit easier. Oh yeah, just like that. Then we'll have to realign this brakes. Just get them slightly close for now. Don't put them all the way tight yet because we need to align this caliper with the rotor. I'll just give you a real quick overview of how I do that. It's going to be really hard to show you, so I'm pretty much just going to tell you. But anyhow, these calipers can move back and forth like this on these upper and lower adjustments. So what you need to do is get a view from the top to where you can look down at the brake rotor. And how to explain this? You get the brake rotor in the middle and you get the two brake pads. Center this caliper over that brake rotor to where neither one of the brake pads is touching the rotor, and then tighten it down. That way the rotor can slide through without touching or rubbing the brake pads, so it won't make any noise. Hope that it helps explain it. Now I'm going to do it. So I will align this, get this caliper in the right position and get it tightened down. Then I'm going to do the front one, and then we're going to take this thing out and ride it and see if this has helped our problem at all. Alright guys, so it literally took me real time, less than 15 minutes to put these new brake pads on this bike. And you did hear how these brake pads had that real loud horn sound going on with them. Check them out now. Replaced front and rear brake pads, and here we go. Dead silent, dead quiet. No more horn sound, no more grinding. So guys, as big as a problem as it may have seemed for your M6 or M7 SpaceWalk bike, for 10 bucks, problem solved. I'm going to post this video up, and I will put this underneath my SpaceWalk review videos, and I will put the link to the product that you guys can get, because nobody wants loud brakes. And for 10 bucks you can fix the problem. Nice, quiet, decent set of mechanical disc brakes now. I think that copper that's in these brake pads is just a little bit softer. They actually don't pull quite as hard. Like the braking force might be slightly less, but I will take that all day long over that loud grinding and groaning. I'd much rather have these slightly less powerful brakes that are quiet. So I think this is a good fix for y'all for you know, whatever it is, less than 20 bucks. So I'll post those links up. All right, guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.